aside from the women that don't seem to present any challenge, being that they're a threat, they're gonna kill you. You know, like you haven't distinguished, or you haven't even faced a well. Who's providing that too? Because there has to be a reason for there to be a test, because you're actually going to perform. So like they set up the test, you actually end up performing. It's not about the test. If anybody has the ultimate decision, they're the arbiter of sex. But aside from that, the like, you know, it's like a challenge to make them even respond the same way that they respond casually in the mundane sense. So like, you know, everybody who, you know, they have to interact with. It's like, okay, I'm jealous because that's a little bit like in the quay. Like I'm in the quay because, you know, like I had that moment happen. It was like I just realized. It's like, did you decide or you realize, or what? You know, what determines what you figure is a high value and a challenge to probably get my shit together. Like she's has to extend a certain amount of energy to get my shit together, which makes it a risk or a chance. So you're asking her to take a chance. And then, okay, so what's the other side of that, right? Say you found that one, right? And she's not going to kill you because the challenge that she provides in neurolinguistic programming for you to overcome is to actually perform. Then it's her brothers and relatives and people. Like there's marriage rituals that kind of scare me a little bit, like especially in Eastern Europe, where they jab a fucking kitchen knife into the door frame, and you're supposed to pull out your wallet and fold currency over it to show that you're able to support your wife. So that appeases him, and then they go back to the party and bachelor party and everything, and it's all jazz. If you're not one of them, you might not understand their ritual and get spooked out and think they're weird. So it's kind of like, I mean, I can't say like, you know, like that there's a safe outcome. Like it's not about, it never was about that. It has to be a certain level of intrigue or something to explain why you're doing the same thing to her that she did to you when you realized that you loved her. Like, it's a little bit fucked up to make her realize that she loves you too, because that's neurolinguistic programming. So it's like she can't admit that it was used successfully as a tactic, and but she doesn't care about that anymore. You'll perform. That's the ticket. Is that when everybody after the transaction gets what they need, then it's peace, despite what everything looks like, and it looks pretty freakish and it looks pretty scary from all aspects. There's going to be haters going to hate. I don't have time for haters going to hate. I don't even want to know you, like, but you have to. You can't be complacent. There's nothing fortitudinal or anything about complacency, so to make you wouldn't want to try it. Maybe you'll like it. You know, that's why you wouldn't have any money to fold over that. That's why you would, if that's the thing, it's easy. If that's all it is, it's easy. You just like have to look at like, what about these Ukrainian brides? Do we want all these? Do you want some lizard trying to sell her daughter at Disneyland? That happened, by the way. If you look it up, there was a ritual marriage wedding at Disneyland that was just, it was appalling, because if anybody wanted to choose to overlook it, would go on like normal, but they noticed that the bride was underage. It's this like last Ukrainian, like And just because I don't like Coach Red Pill just because I don't agree with Coach Red Pill doesn't mean I don't like Coach Red Pill, and doesn't mean that I would want. See, that's another episode for Too Good for Americans, because even though he has his politics and whatever, he is a weirdo, he's not really a weirdo. It's like, we decided not to protect citizens abroad, and that weakened us, and we can't understand how. So it's Too Good for Americans. Oh, you agree with his politics doesn't mean that you have to kill a fucking citizen of the United States. We normally, it's supposed to be a big showdown, so you never forget that with the United States, and as far as like our medical exfiltrating helicopters and shit like that, like all that shit is supposed to be lore, and it was lore, and it is still lore, but